Hey, I'm Shavik, and today's topic is very familiar and common, and I bet most of you will relate to it. The topic is why team members are not speaking up in retrospective, and as a Scrum Master, how we can make them talk. Yeah. So we all know that retrospectives are one of the most important event in the Scrum, right? And it provides the team an opportunity to reflect on the concluded sprint, inspect and adapt their ways of working, come up with new improvement areas and to course correct to get more productive and efficient as a team in future. It requires active participation and engagement from all team members to make your retrospective efficient and worthy, right? So what happened actually is we noticed that the team members are not speaking up during retrospectives. Yeah, so they are kind of passive and not interested to open up and share their views. So there can be various reasons, for any of the team members not speaking up in the retros. So as a Scrum Master, we must try to understand the underlying reason behind a team member not opening up. So what is stopping a person from actively participating during this event? Yeah. Let me share a few of the reasons which either I am aware of or I experience in my engagements with multiple teams over the year. So I can think of 8 obvious reasons here, behind such kind of behavior where the team member is not speaking up, in retro meeting. So, so maybe what I can do is I'll just talk about each one of them in brief and also highlight a few possible solutions to tackle them. Yeah. So to start with, first, so team is newly formed. So what's happening here is, say the team members are not acquainted with each other. The whole team is newly formed. The whole program or the project is kick-started, and we recruited people from different projects or maybe from outside. Yeah, and we formed a team, and the team doesn't know each other. Or maybe a new team member is onboarded to already an existing team. Yeah, and he is still in the process of getting familiar with the team's culture and the process. So there can be a chance in such a scenario where this team member or all team members, if it's a newly formed team, they are not opening up during the retrospective. So what should Scrum Master do here? So Scrum Master should come up with some strategy to make the team gel together, yeah, gel well with each of other team members, right? So he may conduct some icebreakers or some team building exercises, right? What it will do is it will help the teams to know each other better and to establish trust, which further will lead to more collaboration and engagements during the meetings as well. Second, the presence of managers and stakeholders in retrospective meetings. So one very generic problem, right? So what happens here is the presence of anyone who is not part of the Scrum team turns retrospective into an unsafe place. So this will stop the team members from getting into open discussions, right? And team members are unlikely to share their problem areas in the presence of a stakeholder or a line manager because they are scared of getting judged, or they are scared of bringing up issues in front of them, right? So again, what Scrum Master should do here? So Scrum Master should make sure that no one outside from the team is present or invited into retrospective. And if someone from outside, it actually happens, like someone who is in a power position, they try to push the Scrum Master and try to be in the part of the retro. So it is a Scrum Master's job to coach them and keep them off the bay, right? We have to help them understand that the intent behind what is the main intent behind having a retrospective and how their presence will stop the team to achieve that purpose. Yeah. Third, the conflict within a team. So what happened here is, sometimes there are two superstars present in a team, and they have their own thought process, which results in some kind of conflict. So take a scenario like, suppose there is one senior expert developer who is a great achiever while working individually, and he's teaming up with another one who is also having a significant track record of successful deliveries in the past. So now, while working together in the same team, they both want to show their superiority over the other, right? They don't want to stuck to their point of view and make sure that their approach is approved and taken forward by the team. So it raises the conflict within the team, and in such a scenario, the other members within the team, maybe someone with less experience or a fresher, so they don't open up during the retro in the fear that it may annoy one of the senior developers, right? Which with from whom they are getting the regular help or guidance. So they don't want to take any sides and try to be neutral. So it stops the team to actually highlight and fix one of the important aspects of the Scrum teams, that is collaboration. So what a Scrum Master should do here, right? So Scrum Master, again, he need to coach both the senior team members. He can maybe try coaching them one-on-one first to understand the reason behind such a behavior, and then maybe together to help both the conflicting team members to look at the bigger picture, the larger goal for the team, right? Again, conducting some team building exercises will help here too, right? It will help to whole team gel together and bringing two team members get close as well. One more thing which I did in past is like I worked with my PO, and we make sure that we assign, or not assign actually, we make sure that we request this to senior folks to work on the same feature together for maybe a couple of sprints. So what happens while working together, they started building a rapport, and it actually reflected back in the collaboration from the whole team. Yeah. And as we all know, at the end, if nothing was, as we all know, anything can be sorted out over drinks. So you as a scrum master, take them both out for a beer. Fourth, lack of psychological safety. So what it is, so sometimes team members, or a product owner start blame game or finger pointing within the within the team during the retrospective. So what happened here is it makes the team members uncomfortable while voicing out their opinions. They feel that they will be judged, right? They fear to admit their mistakes, which in turn stops the team to take preventive actions in future to repeat the similar kind of mistakes. So, what a Scrum Master should do? A Scrum Master must coach the team here. He should facilitate the retrospective in such a way that it helps the team members to feel safe and share their point of views. Scrum Master should show his own vulnerability, yeah, or share his failure stories, so that team members are also encouraged to share their mistakes and the areas of improvement without any fear of getting judged. Yeah. By the way, I am a little vulnerable in pronouncing vulnerability. Yeah, sorry. Fifth, presence of extroverts in the team. Okay, that's interesting, right? So what happens where is that extroverts dominate the whole conversation without giving others enough chance of time to share. So other members of the team, they get intimidated, and they stop them from opening up or contributing their point of view. So as a Scrum Master, we must ensure that everyone is getting heard and gets an opportunity to share his or her thoughts. He should, he should use some facilitation techniques like liberating a structure, which helps in making sure that all the participants gets a chance to share their issues and feedback. Sixth, presence of introverts within the team. So introverts are not just quiet because they are disengaged or they don't have anything to contribute or share. So often, they are processing. They take time in processing, organizing their thoughts, and waiting for the right time to share. So normally they don't speak up during a retrospective as no one asked them separately. So as a scrum master, what we can do, we should prompt the introverts during the retro to share their thoughts. It gives introverts a clear opportunity to share their ideas. It also shut down the extroverts from dominating the meeting. Again, using liberating structure techniques can provide enough time and space for introverts to think, process, and contribute. Yeah. Seventh, imposter syndrome. So, okay, so there can be a chance that a team member is suffering from imposter syndrome. So such a team member, they may feel that everyone else in the team is smarter than them, and they are always scared that their name will be called out for anything or any mistakes. So even when they are performing good, when the team members are actually appreciating them, they think that it's all luck, and maybe other team members are just overrating him. So such members of the team generally are kind of shy, and they don't speak up during the retros. So how as a scrum master we can help such team members? So we need to coach and mentor them. We should have regular connects with them, give them some positive feedback, help them practice mindfulness. As a coach and mentor, a scrum master can bring the best out of such team members and help them achieve greater success, not just within the retro meeting or within the team, but also in his or her life. We can make an impact in their life. And as a scrum master, we should think beyond the team as well and helping each and every team members. 8, last but not the least, inefficient retrospective. So what does it mean? Okay, so sometimes the team members thinks that the retro are just waste of time. So they don't understand the purpose and the value of having a good retrospective. So they attend the meeting because it's one of the scrum events, or maybe the management has instructed them, yeah, to be there, to be have their presence. So they just be there in the meeting, but they are not contributing or speaking up. So what's happening here? They come up to the meeting with their laptops on, and they're busy with their work. Yeah, if prompted by scrum master, they just nod their head and say nothing on the from their side. Or so this is a very typical situation, and it depends on different reasons. So scrum master need to understand the real problem here. Maybe the team doesn't know about the purpose of the retro, and they think that the technical work has more value. Yeah. So in such case, scrum master can take some sessions or some workshop on the for the team to help them understand the real motive and the purpose behind the retro. He can take some workshop on the mindful session on agile mindset, or some other different thing which will help the team to understand the real way of working in agile environment, right? So that's one thing. So there can be another chance that there are no action taken on the retro action items in the past, which is making the team feel that the meeting is just about talking cheap and doing nothing. So in such case, Scrum Master should put some mechanism in place to make sure that retro action items are taken up. Taken up in the next sprint, and they are tracked and they are brought to the closure. Uh, Scrum Master should also work on changing the belief that the retrospective doesn't change anything or bring in any improvement. So if as a Scrum Master, I am able to bring that change in their beliefs of the team members, then I'm very sure that the team members will not think or not take retro as an inefficient meeting, but they will understand and contribute and engage more. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these are the few of the reasons which I think can be the main reason for a team member not speaking up during retro. But yeah, there can be many more as well. Yeah. So today I just touched upon all these points without getting in depth on solutioning part. But if anyone is interested, I can make videos in future where we may look each of them in details, right? Okay, so one more thing. Yeah, one more thing I would like to highlight here is as a Scrum Master, be creative, right? Be creative with the way you conduct your retrospectives. So keeping your retros fun and lively will help you get more involvement and participation from the whole team. Keep changing your retro techniques once in a while. Remember that yeah, retro is a team event, and even if one team member is not actively involved or sharing their views, so you as a scrum master fail to achieve the real purpose behind the event. So that brings me to the closure of today's video. Keep learning, keep experimenting. Cheers.